Hello friends, I'm Big Stupid Grin. Welcome back to our playthrough of Star Traders Frontiers. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and launch. We are playing Captain Walken the Merchant with our little side strategy of salvaging. Hope you're having a good day. I think this will be Friday's video, so hope you had a good work week. I had a couple of things that I did a little bit of research off camera. I didn't play any turns except to land on this landing zone here. And I found some trade routes. Now that we don't have a trade ban to worry about, we can do a little bit more of the game, basically. But I actually found some awesome trade routes right here. In Port Arc is an industrial zone. We have a farming zone right here, and we have a mining zone right here. So for our industrial zone, and we'll go ahead and land here. We have salvage. I don't think there are any good cards. I don't have a death saving talent. 20 to 40 rep is pretty horrible, and losing a contact is just as bad. So that is not okay. You can use talents to get rid of one of the bad cards, but you can't get rid of 3 at one time. So just not worth it. Officer cabin, it's $8. Who cares? I have a little bit of leveling up to do. With our doctor, I wasn't sure what my next talent will be, but we're just leveling up her job, so that's okay. And then as far as talents go, probably have a level 5 military officer here for Riker. Let's see here. Probably recruiter's eye. Don't really need military rank. Yeah, that's everything. That's fine. Not the best talent in the world, but that's okay. Well, I guess it's okay. I do tend to underrate crew stuff. Alright, we'll hit all the buttons. But anyway. So the main things we have here are crop harvesters. If I can talk, crop harvesters. We don't have power gens yet. We have ore extractors and terraforming components. Those are the most expensive things that we can get. And we have 8 legality, 8 legality, and a legality of 10. So that's pretty awesome. And we can buy out their whole stash of crop harvesters if we want to, and then we can go to the farming zone. We do have a mission that we need to be worried about, however, so I won't be taking advantage of all of our trade routes that I just figured out. So yeah, let's buy 75 units of crop harvesters, and then we're going to go to the farming area, which, as you can see, has a trade law of 6. So crop harvesters are at 10, so basically everybody will pick it up. Alright, is a lot of money. If we were in a more dangerous zone, we would have to worry a little bit about that. We're at level 8 with our captain. And let's see, we'd go for extra profit, but I think I was actually going to opt into jettison cargo. We don't have anything quite yet to deal with unavoidable encounters, so we're going to do that. Anyway, let's plot a course to this farming zone. It's also right next to us, so the fuel cost is pretty negligible. And the fuel is actually okay, so I'm going to star this. B- is not bad. And then we walk away with 40k here, a profit of 18,000 credits, which is pretty awesome. So that's going to set off a couple of our talents as well. We get plus 10% because we have an exacting trait, and we learned of a Javat Academy doctor. Not sure how much we're going to use that doctor and where they are, but that's okay. Do we have luxury rations? We do. I think that's what we needed for the turn-in here. Yep, we just need 7. So I'm going to check. Let's buy 7, of course. And I don't always do this, but now that we have jettison cargo, I think the way it works is we just pick a cargo type and jettison it. And so, I don't know, this might be dumb, but I'm going to purchase a unit of crane here. I should have done methane fuel, that was even cheaper. And maybe I can dump that at the same time. Also, I'm not sure if I explained this, the cargo screen, but it can actually show stash locations. So we have some basic medicines, some advanced medicines, which are going to be a little harder to unload. And we learned about a stash at Crystal Swamps that we can go for as well. And yeah, that's advanced medicines as well. I didn't mean to click to plot a point, however. All right, and while we're here, let's see where we're going super fast. We're going to a population zone. I mean, we do have farming. The population zone here has a 7 trade law. That's industrial zone, sorry. They like vodka. We don't have access to refined spice. Yeah, I think vodka is going to be the most expensive thing we can buy, so might as well make trades while we're here. Yeah, so the trade price isn't awesome, but it's something. And we'll fuel up, I guess. It only takes hours to do. And let's make this giant this giant trek all the way over to this zone here, this population zone. We did run into somebody, a friendly smuggler. We can just acknowledge. No big deal. So I learned that I shouldn't put boring titles in my thumbnails. There's a big drop off in the episode that I called Waiting Out Our Trade Bans. I guess there's nothing super interesting about that. So I will remember that for the future. I do think it's cool, not to talk too much about analytics, that people are watching a lot of the video, like a long time. So that's kind of cool. All right, we're almost out of fuel, but we did make it. Let's land and finish this off. All right, and 57,000. We have 126,000 in the bank. Some extra reputation with this guy. And we can sell our vodka for not a great profit, but it didn't hurt us at all. And we'll go here, pay wages, hit all the buttons. Passenger cabin. It's 25. The hours, I guess, is the more annoying thing about that. We're going to level up Riker again. Let's see. I mean, I was leveling up Quartermaster, so we'll keep doing that. Get him to 5 so we can grab a level 5 Quartermaster talent. They do have anti-mutiny talents, so I think at the very least that's okay. We could afford the next trade permit. If that's what we want to use his influence for. No, we don't have the influence yet. Oh, we currently hold a full trader. Okay, so he can't buy us anything more as far as that goes. As far as... I didn't like either of these missions. I don't think I can... Oh, I can grab another one. So that's a negotiation mission. The money isn't fantastic. 40,000 for 2 jumps. But we have a decent deadline. I'll accept. If you do let a mission run out, you are gonna tick off your contact. I'm not sure if you lose. I don't think you lose any reputation with the clan necessarily. And then really fast here, I think we can do something cheeky, buy medicines and then sell them medicines. Yeah, this is a little silly, but you can do it, so why not? We could also buy clothing. I think they would want clothing, but I'll check. So let's see really quickly here. They have ore extractors as well. Are we close to a mining zone? We're really not. Okay, so this population zone, they will buy clothes from us. They'll buy water purifiers as well. So let's see, clothes are 102, purifiers 138. Okay, that's a decent little trade for basically no work at all. We're over 5,000, so we'll get something here. I guess just exacting trait, so a little bit more of a profit. All right, and just like that, we're up to 134,000. I was also looking at ship upgrades. Our starport here is legendary, so this is a decent enough place to go for it. Let me look at... We don't have any pressing missions, so we can spend some time upgrading the ship if we want. So the main thing is we have some weapon components that we don't care to use. You can just choose one and pick whatever. So the Imperator PC-1, just in case you haven't seen this, it is a mid-range weapon, and it deals some blast damage, some radiation damage. This extra kind of damage helps you disable ships, kill off the crew, so you can get more out of it. Okay, I think this would be under crew. Yeah, officer quarters. So I'm going to buy an officer cabin. And with everything in this game, you can upgrade, you can just figure out how much you want to spend on it. So in this case, they have the same amount of mass. So not only do you have to worry about components, matching component types, you need to worry about adding too much mass. And there are upgrades that can reduce your mass. And so for an extra 22,000, we can provide +5 armor, +2 shielding, and our jump cost is going to go up a little bit. We don't add anything to our skill pools, which is kind of unfortunate, so I think I'm going to go cheap on this. All right, and then we can see here it's going to take 4 days of work. Our engineer here has a talent for a 22% discount, which is great. And we're going to go ahead and do this. There are other upgrades I might be making eventually, but we want to keep some money on hand to purchase trade permits. So what are we going to do with that officer? So we have one empty cabin on board our ship, which we should fill with a new recruit. And we are going to pick a navigator, because I want to lock in a character so they can't leave us with low morale in order to get that skip off the void talent. So we're going to need to pick our best navigator here. We have a level 9 navigator already. Traits, tough and driven. It's not bad. Navigation of 8. And I didn't prepare myself for this, so I do apologize. I'll try to go quickly. 6 navigation. And now we're on to pilots. So I believe that first navigator, our level 7 one, is pretty good. Morale doesn't matter if we make her an officer, but I don't know, that could be wrong. She won't be able to desert. And then we have a signing bonus, and she's going to immediately get some job ranks. You actually reset her job if you want to. And because officers level up faster, I believe we can get... Yeah, she's going to gain a few levels, I think. I think she was at 7, but I could be wrong. And then we need to retake her talents. So level 8... so we do have a chance for new contact. But let's take a look at these skills, and maybe I'll jump cut here, I'm not sure. Okay, and we're back. So I ended up taking efficient route. We have other good failed checks, but we already have crew that know that talent. We didn't have anybody who knew Storm Navigator. It was probably Wardina here. I'm going to need to rename her to somebody from Star Trek, so... not a lot of navigators in Star Trek. I'm not sure. We did Orderly Drop. 3 weeks cooldown. It's going to be used for a lot. And then Talk of Far Worlds, chance to gain a contact, 10 plus navigation skill, which is... So 19% chance of getting a new contact, which, again, contacts are your lifeblood in this game. So it's filtered by leveling like I normally do. And we have one empty bed since we moved her over to an officer cabin, so we need one more crew. And I'm not sure who I want. The talents are getting pretty high, so if we had any mission crew, that would be that would be pretty awesome. I could take somebody just for the sake of mission stuff, salvaging stuff. I think the mechanic is pretty good. I could keep the spot open and just try to get some other crew. Let me see my scavenger recruits. I could hire another scavenger. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to wait, sit on that empty spot. Our skill pools are pretty high, and then we'll get to a salvage broker and do that a little bit later. So we can buy fuel if we want to. Let's see if there's any good trade routes. So we could try to trade here in this farming zone. We just have to be careful not to buy anything that requires trade permits, because this is a different faction. They can always buy basic medicines for us, which is kind of worth it. We just bought a bunch of water purifiers, so those are going to be at a bad price if available at all. We can also take a look at our missions as well. We could also go back to that place with the salvaging that salvaging rumor. That might be okay. We could waste the talent. I could just be lazy and grab something that I know I can sell, and that's going to be basic medicines probably. We can also buy ore extractors because I know there's a place that will sell that will buy them. So we can buy that. Components, I would have to see. I should see if that other population zone wants components. Let's see, industrial zone, population zone. They do. It's a C price, but the fuel cost is almost 0. So no reason not to do that. And then just to fill our cargo, basic medicines. Pretty silly, but it's okay. I need to hit the cards too. Kind of forgot to do that. Okay, so that's going to be nice. Price isn't great, but that's okay. Basic medicines, and then we'll wait on ore extractors, of course. Buy some fuels and let's keep going. Except I forgot So sorry. Not playing optimally here. Nothing awesome there. Nothing great there. Alright. We're not set up for those card games yet, but it doesn't cost you anything to check. And then we have a decent amount of time before we have to worry about our missions. Next up, as far as upgrades go, there was a component that would prevent us from getting these ship contacts, or at least reduce it. So that was an option. You can always buy those mass dampeners in order to be able to afford heavier components down the line. I could pick up the ooh, see, we have a pirate here. Alright, I'm gonna try to jettison cargo, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we're able to leave, but I wasn't able to choose our cargo, so what did we lose? I'm not sure. We lost everything but the grain. Well, shoot. Oh well. It is better than surrendering to looting, because that would be all of our cargo. I'll have to... Oof, and these cards are the exact same, so... that is also a little bit sad. We gotta fuel up here. Yeah, so let's get ore extractors that we can go to the... take that to the mining area. What else do they like? Gas processors, do we have those? We don't. Terraforming components, they don't care. I think that's everything we can do. Can we buy... Ooh. Okay, we don't have the rep with him. We need 50 rep with him, so we need to do his missions. Do we have a Calgan Fane mission? Yes, we do. Okay, so we need to start prioritizing that. Let's buy the ore extractors. We can deal with that immediately. And then I think they wanted Marion Hive. Yeah, they could take water purifiers. A lot of places take water purifiers. Clothing is a good bet. And those are pretty high legality, so a safe bet for sure. Leveling wise, we have a doctor level here. I have to figure out what her next job is going to be once we reach 11. And actually, I didn't take a look at the level 11 talents. You can respec people, so if you do mess up, it's not permanent. Alright, let's go to the mining zone, and then we will start on that mission. And a quick little explorer, friendly explorer. Okay. Alright, so water purifiers, 11,000. We have a profit of 18.6 thousand credits. Alright, I'm not sure if this grain idea is good or not, but it's one spot. Awesome. And we can actually buy stuff on the return trip here. So Orca Prime here likes their mining goods, as industrial zones do. I'm going to try to find the most expensive one. I think that's refined Cambrianite, but we can look here too. Yeah, I can arrange by price per unit. I think that's more important once you're doing these bulk trades than the profit margin. So refined Ursulite, I think that was something they wanted. they'll take crystals off of us as well. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. Okay, we're back to full. Raw spice, I forgot to talk about that. Raw spice is going to be hard to sell here. I believe the only people who purchase raw spice is actually a Clan Makaloon zone in this quadrant anyway, which means a side mission is going to be establishing relations with that clan, getting some trade permits, and that will really help our dealings in Genesis Circle here. Okay, let's land, sell our cargo. Nice profit here. Nothing too crazy, just extra profits for our captain. We'll fuel up. Effective rep of 50. Oh yeah, we can build up rep by trading. I forgot about that. So now we can purchase the license principal trader. That is the last rank. So we can buy and sell, I believe, anything we want from Javat to Javat, with the trade law permitting, of course. So now we have access to small craft components and especially power generators. 2,000 per unit. So that is pretty awesome. Let's check back to that mining zone, that farming zone. So anybody want power generators? There we are. And gas processors, explosives, do we have any of that? Let's sort alphabetically really fast. Doesn't look like it. This might be high-tech industrial. But let's purchase that. I don't think we have... I don't think we can move small craft components anywhere. Orbital, high-tech... I haven't even been here yet. How about this place? They are pretty boring. Okay, I don't think there's anything else super fun we can do. Again, medicines, clothing. Refined spice, I'm not sure if we have access to that. But always try to fill up your cargo. And then after this, we are going to go. This is the same, unfortunately. I don't know if there are any talents where we just reset all the cards. I don't think there are, but I haven't investigated. Let's try to remember to hit these cards. I might have to put a sticky note. Hostile Zealot is pretty scary. Okay, nothing interesting there. And we can sell it for almost a 20,000 profit. That is fantastic. And I don't think there's anything too crazy we can buy here. No. Do I have... I don't have the rep with you. We don't have the faction influence. Okay. So that's going to be another... it's going to be another reason to do some stuff with him. Sorry. Lost my train of thought. Okay. That is also cool. I'll worry about upgrades later, I think. Okay, so now it's most important to finish off his task. So we need hydrocarbon fuel, which is super easy to get. And then it is a jump away, which is kind of annoying. We have 2 payloads to deal with. Okay, but it will pay a decent amount, 40,000 in total. So we need hydrocarbon fuel. We need to find a refinery. That's hydrocarbon. Is that it? Fuel. Okay, not crude, fuel. Hence refinery. I don't think we have a refinery. Yeah, we don't even have a refinery in our area. So let's... Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Let's hit waypoint. I want to see where we're going. We can check the system atlas. I have a refinery here. And we have a refinery here. Okay, so we'll have a couple places to look. It's a little sketchy to try to buy some stuff to take. It is 10. We're going to a refinery area, so yeah, it kind of makes sense to get this hydrocarbon crude. That shouldn't require any additional trade permits, so. All right, let's see how far we are away. Okay, that kind of sucks. Let's land here. Just to fuel up. We have an independent explorer. We can just retreat from that. Okay, buy some fuel. We don't need to do anything there. Checking our cards. Not quite. Hostile pirate attack wouldn't be... Yeah, I'm not sure if we can automatically get away from that. Otherwise, reputation really isn't that big of a deal. 10 fuel and turns, not a big deal. But not to be. And then... Yeah, you know what? It would be good to land here too. Because I want to check out the prices. It's an orbital zone, so it's not likely to be awesome. They don't even have all of the services. They have no medic facilities, and fuel isn't great. I'm going to buy it anyway. And we can see demand here. Nothing too crazy. They buy mining goods, which we can sell to industrial zones for a higher profit. So, and I'm gonna check this really fast because that's what that's one of the tips I told you guys. So I better follow my actual advice. All right. Another thing we could work on is a bigger fuel capacity. Even though we have a ton of fuel with our ship, since the cargo zones add fuel as well, but we can always do more, especially in a wide open quadrant like this. Again, just acknowledging. We got Naval Veteran 2 Award. I'm not sure what that means. I'll have to check that out. Survived 25 ship battles, gained 300 XP, spread across 25 crew. That is cool. Okay, so refinery, and that's the place they want it to drop off, which is weird. We also have an independent tradeaway zone, which could be handy. Oh, are we still jumping? No. Oh, that's a mission for a different... That's a different mission. Okay. Military officer, independent. Again, we could demand tribute. I doubt that would work. Our Galtech freighter with no No desire to do any stuff like that. Okay, so we have a negotiation. Yeah, that's a nice coincidence. Pay some wages. I need to level one person up. Do we have... We have our fuel. We need to sell our crude. Ooh, 5,000. So even... it's not a fantastic amount of profits, but just the sheer volume. And... Time aboard ship has changed. Ooh, Fabian Tenbor. Obsessive. I don't like the sound of that. Alright. Tense negotiation. We can argue on his behalf. That's the only one where we have a saving talent, so let's just pick it. We passed our test. We did lose a 5 rep with Cedar, which Sadar, sorry. Okay, that's cool. We have... Okay, so Merchant, I don't believe they have any fantastic... Yeah, they don't have any fantastic talents for level 11, so we are going to have to pick a new class for him. And I'm going to look at... Yeah, we're actually a little bit late as far as recording goes, so I think I'm going to leave it off here. Let me check our mission. We need 40. And we can purchase that. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to check Fabian. Maybe that'll be the last thing we do. Oh, where is Fabian here? Obsessive. Double all negative or positive morale changes. Alright, that's... And rigidly lawful, so that kind of sucks. E-Tech, we probably have plenty of electronics. I'm not sure. E-Tech might be a hard class to grab or job, but anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it off here. We made a ton of money. We bought an officer cabin. We bought the final level 4 trade permit, so Javat to Javat trades are gonna be popping off here. And now we are dealing with some missions. So I'm Big Stupid Grin. Hope you had a good time here. Until next time, have a good one.